When a blackout strikes, what if the most powerful survival tools were already in your home? Forget expensive prepper gear. We're about to show you 10 everyday household items that can transform into lifesavers during a power outage. These aren't complicated projects. They're simple, brilliant hacks you can master in minutes without spending a dime. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're unlocking the hidden potential of what's in your drawers and cupboards. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because you won't want to miss the survival secrets that keep you prepared for anything. 1. The Terracotta pot heater, a simple radiant heat solution. When a winter storm knocks out your power, the primary concern quickly becomes staying warm. Your home's modern heating system is useless, and the indoor temperature begins to drop. While many people might rush for blankets, a simple and surprisingly effective solution can be built from items you might already have in your garden shed or garage. This method, often called a terracotta pot heater, uses basic physics to turn a few small candles into a reliable source of radiant heat. The concept is straightforward but brilliant. A clay pot is used to capture and distribute the heat generated by candles, creating a small, localized warmth that can make a significant difference in a cold room. To create one, you need a few tea light candles, a small terracotta or clay pot, and a larger one that fits over it. You'll also need a metal bolt, some washers, and nuts to assemble the core heating element. The candles are placed on a fire-safe surface, like a metal tray or ceramic plate. The smaller pot is inverted over them, and the larger pot is placed over the smaller one. The heat from the candles rises and is absorbed by the inner pot. This heat then transfers to the outer pot, which radiates it outward into the room. The metal bolt running through the pots acts as a thermal conductor, efficiently transferring heat from the flame to the clay. This setup doesn't just let heat escape. It concentrates and releases it slowly, raising the ambient temperature of a small enclosed space by several degrees. This can be enough to take the dangerous edge off the cold in a bathroom to prevent pipes from freezing, or to create a warmer microclimate in a tent pitched indoors. Beyond its primary function as a heater, this device offers other survival benefits. The gentle glow from the pots provides a comforting source of ambient light, far less harsh than a direct flashlight beam. This can create a sense of calm and normalcy, which is incredibly valuable during a stressful power outage, especially for households with children. Furthermore, the top of the outer pot can become hot enough to warm a small mug of soup or water, adding a cooking function to its list of capabilities. The materials are inexpensive, easy to find, and can be stored indefinitely. In an emergency where every degree matters, having a pre-assembled terracotta heater ready to go could be the key to weathering the storm in relative comfort. 2. The Ambient glow jug, turning a beam into a beacon. In the sudden darkness of a power outage, your first instinct is to find a flashlight. But a single narrow beam of light can be disorienting and inefficient for lighting an entire room. It creates harsh shadows and forces you to constantly point it where you need to see. However, a common household item, a simple plastic milk jug or water bottle, can transform that focused beam into a soft, room-filling lantern. This hack isn't just a clever trick. It's a practical application of light diffusion that has been used in real-world emergency situations to provide effective, widespread illumination without draining precious battery resources. It's an easy and free way to make a small light source work much harder for you. The science behind this is simple. Light from a flashlight travels in a straight line. When you shine that light through a container filled with water, the liquid scatters the light particles in countless directions. The translucent plastic of the jug further diffuses the light, turning the entire container into a glowing orb. The result is a 360-degree ambient light that illuminates a space evenly, eliminating the sharp contrasts and dark corners created by a direct beam. To make one, simply fill a clean, translucent plastic jug with water, leaving a little space at the top. Then, secure a light source, like a headlamp or a small LED flashlight, to the outside of the jug with the light pointing inward. A headlamp is particularly effective because its strap can be wrapped tightly around the jug, holding it in place. The benefits of this DIY lantern extend beyond just illumination. The soft glow is much easier on the eyes, making it ideal for tasks that require sustained light, such as reading instructions, preparing food, or administering first aid. For families with young children, the calming, consistent light can help reduce fear and anxiety in a dark house. The setup is also highly adaptable. You are not limited to battery-powered flashlights. A small, solar-powered garden light can be placed inside the water jug after charging it during the day, creating a completely self-sufficient and renewable light source for the night. This approach conserves your flashlight batteries for more critical mobile tasks. Keeping a few empty clean jugs and a dedicated headlamp in your emergency kit ensures you will always have a way to light your home safely and effectively. 3. The thermal curtain shield, your first line of defense against the cold. Windows are a major source of heat loss in any home. During a winter power outage, they can quickly turn a comfortable room into a dangerously cold space. While many people think of heavy drapes as decorative, certain types of curtains can become a critical survival tool. Specifically, thermal or foil-backed curtains are designed to provide a powerful barrier against temperature transfer. Their effectiveness was demonstrated during severe weather events where families used them to create insulated safe zones within their homes, successfully trapping warmth and keeping the biting cold at bay. These curtains work by tackling heat loss in two ways, through conduction and radiation. The secret to their effectiveness lies in their multi-layered construction. The thick fabric layer acts as a physical barrier, slowing down the transfer of heat through conduction and convection by preventing cold air from seeping in around the window frame. More importantly, the reflective foil or silver backing addresses radiant heat loss. This shiny surface bounces thermal energy back into the room, preventing it from escaping through the glass. In the summer, the same principle works in reverse, reflecting the sun's heat away from the window to keep the room cooler. This dual-action insulation makes them incredibly valuable when you have no electricity to regulate your home's temperature. The survival applications of thermal curtains go well beyond simply covering windows. In a large house, heating the entire space without a furnace is impossible. You can use these curtains to partition off a smaller area, like a living room or a single bedroom, creating a microclimate that is easier to keep warm with alternative sources like a pot heater or even body heat. Draping a curtain over a doorway effectively seals off the room, concentrating warmth where you need it most. They can also be used as heavy-duty emergency blankets or as an insulating ground cover if you need to sleep on a cold floor. Furthermore, they enhance security and privacy by blocking any light from candles or lanterns from being visible outside, a feature known as light discipline. This prevents you from drawing unwanted attention in a widespread emergency. Relatively inexpensive and easy to store, thermal curtains are a passive, powerful tool for managing your environment when modern conveniences fail. 4. The Salvaged power station, your personal energy hub. When the electrical grid fails, the silence that follows can be unsettling. Our reliance on electricity becomes glaringly obvious as lights, communication devices, and essential appliances go dark. While many people assume that backup power requires a loud, fuel-guzzling generator, a more discreet and resourceful solution can be assembled from salvaged parts. A do-it-yourself battery bank or a salvaged power station allows you to create a personalized energy hub capable of running critical devices. This approach was effectively used in prolonged outages, where individuals pieced together systems from car batteries and solar chargers to maintain a sliver of modern life. Powering everything from medical devices to communication equipment when official help was unavailable. The core of this system is energy storage, which can be harvested and controlled with a little ingenuity. The fundamental design involves connecting one or more deep-cycle rechargeable batteries to create a reservoir of electrical power. These batteries, often found in boats, RVs, or even golf carts, are designed for sustained discharge, making them ideal for this purpose. You can link them together to increase the total energy capacity. To make the stored power usable, you'll need a power inverter, which converts the battery's direct current, DC, into alternating current, AC, compatible with standard household devices. Additionally, incorporating USB ports allows for direct charging of phones, tablets, and other small electronics. The genius of this system is its modularity. You can start small with a single battery and add more as needed. Recharging the bank can be accomplished with a small solar panel, a trickle charger connected to a car, or any other intermittent power source, making it a sustainable solution for long-term outages. The practical applications of a personal power station are extensive. It provides the means to keep your communication lines open, a critical need in any emergency. You can power small medical devices such as a nebulizer or a CPAP machine, which can be a lifesaver for those with chronic health conditions. Low-wattage LED lights can be run for hours, providing safe and consistent illumination without the fire hazard of candles. In hot climates, a small fan can offer relief, while in cold weather, it can power an electric blanket or heating pad. Unlike a generator, this system operates silently and produces no fumes, making it safe for indoor use and preventing you from advertising your resources to others in a crisis situation where discretion is paramount. 5. The portable hearth, essential off-grid cooking. In the event of a power outage, the inability to cook can quickly escalate from an inconvenience to a serious health risk. Your electric stove and microwave become useless, and relying on non-perishable foods that require no cooking is a short-term fix at best. A portable cooking stove, often associated with camping, transforms into an essential survival tool, providing the ability to prepare hot meals and boil water safely. During widespread freezes and other disasters, families with simple single-burner stoves were able to maintain a degree of normalcy and health by heating canned goods, cooking basic staples, and crucially, sterilizing water. A hot meal provides not only necessary calories, but also a significant psychological boost, reinforcing a sense of stability when the world outside feels chaotic. The primary function of a portable stove in a blackout is food safety. When refrigeration fails, bacteria in perishable foods can multiply rapidly. Consuming undercooked or spoiled food can lead to foodborne illnesses at a time when medical services may be strained or inaccessible. A reliable stove ensures you can cook food to safe temperatures, eliminating harmful pathogens. Beyond cooking, its most critical use is water purification. Boiling is one of the most effective methods for making water from questionable sources potable. Just a few minutes at a rolling boil can kill most bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, protecting your family from waterborne diseases. This single capability can be the most important factor in maintaining health during a prolonged emergency. Modern portable stoves offer incredible versatility. Different models can run on various fuel types, including propane, butane, white gas, alcohol, or even twigs and biomass. This fuel flexibility is a significant advantage when supply chains are disrupted and a specific type of fuel may be unavailable. Many designs are compact, lightweight, and built for efficiency, with features like integrated windscreens to maximize heat and conserve fuel. The ability to control the flame allows for more than just boiling. You can simmer soups or gently heat liquids without scorching them. This simple appliance becomes a complete off-grid kitchen, enabling you to do everything from sterilizing baby bottles to preparing a comforting cup of tea, providing both physical sustenance and emotional comfort. 6. The gravity-fed purifier, a low-tech water lifeline. Access to clean drinking water is the most immediate priority in any survival situation. Municipal water systems often rely on electricity to pump and treat water, meaning a blackout can compromise or completely shut down your tap water supply. While bottled water is a good temporary solution, supplies can dwindle quickly. A DIY sand and gravel filter offers a remarkably effective, low-tech method for purifying water from sources like rain barrels, rivers, or ponds. This age-old technique, often referred to as a gravity-fed purifier, mimics the natural filtration process of the Earth. It has been used successfully in disaster zones worldwide to turn turbid, debris-filled water into a much safer source for consumption, dramatically reducing the risk of illness when modern infrastructure fails. The construction of a gravity-fed filter is simple and relies on readily available materials. You need a container, like a large plastic soda bottle or a food-grade bucket, to hold the filter layers. The process involves layering different materials to trap progressively smaller particles. You start at the bottom with a layer of small stones or gravel, which prevents the finer layers from washing out and catches larger debris. Above the gravel, you add a layer of coarse sand, followed by a thick layer of fine sand. The fine sand is the primary filtration agent, trapping sediment, dirt, and many microorganisms. For enhanced purification, a layer of activated charcoal, which can be salvaged from old water filters or even created from charred hardwood, can be added. The charcoal is excellent at absorbing chemicals, pesticides, and compounds that cause unpleasant tastes and odors. As contaminated water is poured into the top of the filter, gravity pulls it down through the successive layers. Each layer cleans the water a little more until it trickles out the bottom, significantly clearer and cleaner than when it went in. While this method is highly effective at removing physical impurities and some biological contaminants, it is crucial to understand its limitations. A sand filter does not eliminate all viruses or bacteria. Therefore, the filtered water should always be boiled or treated with purification tablets as a final step to ensure it is completely safe to drink. The real power of this DIY system lies in its sustainability. It requires no power, the materials are reusable after cleaning, and it can provide a continuous supply of pre-filtered water for your family, safeguarding your health when clean water is the most valuable resource. 7. The kitchen oil illuminator, a timeless light source. When darkness descends during a power outage, the search for a reliable light source begins. While flashlights are useful, their batteries are finite. A far more sustainable and timeless solution can be crafted from simple kitchen staples, the humble oil lamp, fashioned from a common glass jar. This method of illumination has been a cornerstone of human civilization for centuries, valued for its simplicity and efficiency. It's a low-tech device that provides a steady, long-lasting flame using materials you likely already possess. During historical blackouts and emergencies, long before the advent of battery-powered everything, families relied on these improvised lamps to navigate their homes, read, and maintain a sense of order. The principle is a beautiful display of physics in action. Creating one is remarkably easy. A sturdy glass container, like a mason jar or even a pickle jar, serves as the fuel reservoir. Its heat-resistant nature makes it a safe choice for holding a flame. The fuel itself can be almost any common household oil. While proper lamp oil is ideal, vegetable oil, olive oil, or even clarified bacon grease will work in a pinch. The final component is the wick, which can be a store-bought cotton wick or a DIY version made from a tightly rolled strip of 100% cotton fabric. The wick is inserted into the oil, and through capillary action, it draws the fuel upward. When lit, the oil-saturated tip burns with a consistent and surprisingly bright flame. A single jar can provide light for many hours, far outlasting a typical candle and consuming only a small amount of fuel. The adaptability of the kitchen oil illuminator is one of its greatest strengths. Unlike a candle that burns down and is gone, this lamp can be refilled and used indefinitely, making it a truly renewable light source in a prolonged outage. You can easily adjust the flame's brightness by raising or lowering the wick. Using different colored jars can create a softer, more ambient glow, which can be comforting in a stressful situation. For safety, it is essential to place the lamp on a stable, non-flammable surface away from drafts and flammable materials, and it should never be left unattended. However, when used with care, it provides a dependable and calming light that can transform a dark, intimidating space into a livable environment. 8. The Petroleum Jelly Igniter, your all-weather fire starter. Starting a fire is a fundamental survival skill, but it becomes immensely challenging in adverse conditions like rain, snow, or high winds. This is where a simple, homemade fire starter can prove to be an invaluable asset. The Petroleum Jelly Igniter, made by infusing cotton balls with Vaseline, is a time-tested hack revered by outdoor enthusiasts and survival experts for its incredible reliability. It's a nearly waterproof, slow-burning tinder that can catch a spark when other materials fail. Its effectiveness has been proven in real-world scenarios where individuals forced to evacuate into the wilderness have relied on these simple starters to light fires for warmth, cooking, and signaling for help after commercial options were exhausted. The science behind it is what makes it so powerful. The brilliance of this fire starter lies in the combination of its two components. A standard cotton ball is highly fibrous and catches fire easily, but it burns out in a matter of seconds. Petroleum jelly, on the other hand, is a hydrocarbon-based substance that is not easily flammable on its own, but burns slowly and consistently once lit. When you saturate the cotton fibers with petroleum jelly, you create a perfect fire-starting package. The jelly waterproofs the cotton, preventing moisture from rendering it useless. At the same time, it acts as a fuel extender. When you ignite the cotton, the petroleum jelly melts and wicks into the fibers, sustaining a hot, steady flame for 5 to 10 minutes per ball. This extended burn time is crucial for igniting damp kindling or larger pieces of wood that need sustained heat to catch fire. Creating these igniters is a simple and inexpensive process. You just need to work a generous amount of petroleum jelly into cotton balls, ensuring they are thoroughly saturated but not dripping. For easy and waterproof storage, they can be packed into a small, airtight container like an empty pill bottle, a film canister, or a zip-top bag. A single container can hold dozens of these compact starters, providing you with a reliable ignition source that takes up minimal space in an emergency kit or vehicle. In a blackout or survival scenario, fire provides not just physical warmth, but also the ability to purify water, cook food, and offer a significant psychological boost. These little igniters are the critical first step in harnessing that power. 9. The kitchen pan reflector, amplifying light and heat. In the resource-scarce environment of a power outage, maximizing what you have is key. A simple metal baking sheet, a common item in nearly every kitchen, can be repurposed into a highly effective tool for amplifying both light and heat. This DIY reflector leverages the basic principle of redirecting energy. A shiny metallic surface bounces light and thermal radiation, allowing you to concentrate it where it's needed most. This technique has been used by people in remote, off-grid locations to make their limited resources go further. Turning a single candle into a more effective room illuminator, or capturing every bit of warmth from a small heater. It's an incredibly simple hack that can significantly improve your comfort and safety without any cost. When you lose power, every source of light becomes precious. A lone candle or a small oil lamp may cast a limited circle of light, leaving much of the room in shadow. By placing a baking sheet behind the light source, you can reflect the light that would otherwise be absorbed by the wall back into the room. This simple action can nearly double the effective brightness in a given area, making it easier to perform tasks like cooking, reading, or navigating your home. It means you can use fewer candles or run your lantern on a lower setting, conserving fuel and battery life for a longer-term event. The same concept applies to heat. When using a small, localized heat source like a terracotta pot heater, placing a baking sheet behind it will reflect the radiant heat forward into your living space, preventing it from being lost to the cold wall behind it. This small efficiency gain can raise the ambient temperature by a few crucial degrees. The utility of a baking sheet reflector extends beyond the indoors. It can be used to enhance the performance of a solar cooker by directing additional sunlight onto the cooking vessel, speeding up cooking times and allowing you to cook effectively, even on days with less than perfect sun. In a true survival scenario, its reflective surface can also be used as a signaling mirror. The flash of sunlight bouncing off the metal can be seen from miles away, making it a powerful tool for attracting the attention of rescue teams. The baking sheet is a perfect example of a multi-purpose survival tool hiding in plain sight. It requires no modification, is incredibly durable, and can be deployed in seconds to help you manage your environment when modern systems fail. 10. The draft-proofing barrier, your home's thermal shield. During a winter blackout, the greatest threat to your warmth isn't just the lack of a furnace, it's the constant infiltration of cold air. Invisible drafts from gaps around windows and doors can relentlessly siphon heat out of your home, making any effort to stay warm a losing battle. This is where a roll of duct tape becomes one of the most powerful survival tools you own. By using it to create a draft-proofing barrier, you can seal your living space against the cold, a technique that has proven effective in extreme weather events. Families have successfully maintained tolerable indoor temperatures by using duct tape. and plastic sheeting to block these air leaks, creating an essential thermal shield that dramatically improves their ability to shelter in place. The principle is based on preventing heat loss through convection. Air movement is a primary driver of temperature change. Even a tiny crack under a door can create a significant flow of cold air into a room. Duct tape's strong adhesive and durable, flexible nature make it the perfect material for sealing these gaps. You can apply it directly over the seams of window frames and door jambs to create an airtight seal. For larger gaps or entire window panes, you can use the tape to secure a layer of plastic sheeting, a trash bag, or even a heavy blanket over the opening. This creates a dead air space between the barrier and the window, which acts as an excellent insulator, similar to a double-pane window. This simple, low-cost action can raise the indoor temperature by several degrees, a critical difference when you have no central heating. The applications of this technique extend beyond just cold weather. In the event of a wildfire producing heavy smoke, a nearby chemical spill, or a severe dust storm, sealing your home becomes a matter of protecting your air quality. Using duct tape to seal off vents, windows, and doors can prevent harmful particulates and contaminants from entering your home, creating a safer breathing environment until the threat passes. A single roll of duct tape is inexpensive, has a long shelf life, and is incredibly versatile. It can be installed quickly by anyone and can provide an immediate and tangible improvement in your home's safety and comfort. In an emergency, this simple roll could be your first and most effective line of defense against the elements. Preparing for a blackout doesn't have to be overwhelming or expensive. With these 10 DIY household items, you can stay safe, comfortable, and even a little resourceful when the lights go out. From homemade candles to solar-powered chargers, these projects not only save money, but also give you peace of mind, knowing you're ready for the unexpected. So roll up your sleeves, get creative, and turn your home into a haven of preparedness. When the next blackout hits, you'll be glad you did.